Imagine you're standing on an ancient battlefield, the air thick with smoke and deafening explosions shattering the silence. Men shout commands, their voices barely audible over the roaring cannon blasts that shake the ground beneath your feet. You're witnessing not just any battle, you're seeing history transform before your very eyes, all thanks to a mysterious black powder discovered centuries earlier. Gunpowder, this simple mixture of sulfur, charcoal, and potassium nitrate, did more than change warfare. It reshaped civilizations, altered geopolitical boundaries, and paved the way for the modern world we live in today. This is the incredible story of how gunpowder changed the course of history. Our journey begins in ancient China during the Tang Dynasty around the 9th century. Alchemists, obsessed with immortality, mixed various substances in search of an elixir of life. Instead, they stumbled upon an explosive powder that burned violently, gunpowder. Initially, this mixture was used for festive purposes, adding sparks and excitement to celebrations. But soon, its military potential was unmistakably clear. By the 10th century, the Chinese had developed primitive firearms, rockets, and bombs, dramatically shifting the balance of power within their borders. The Song Dynasty, threatened by fierce Mongol invasions, turned gunpowder into sophisticated weaponry. Arrows tipped with explosive charges and rudimentary grenades transformed the battlefield. Yet, despite these advancements, gunpowder alone couldn't halt the unstoppable Mongol Empire led by Genghis Khan and later Kublai Khan. Ironically, it was through the Mongol conquests and extensive trade routes like the Silk Road that gunpowder knowledge spread westward, reaching the Islamic world and eventually medieval Europe. When gunpowder reached Europe in the 13th century, it forever altered the continent's destiny. European innovators rapidly developed firearms and artillery. Castles, once impregnable fortresses, crumbled under cannon fire. The era of medieval knights and chivalrous combat vanished overnight, replaced by armies armed with muskets and cannons. Europe's transformation was swift and profound. Gunpowder shifted military strategy from defense to aggressive conquest, fueling territorial expansions and igniting centuries of warfare that would reshape global borders. Consider the dramatic siege of Constantinople in 1453. The Ottoman Turks, wielding massive cannons, bombarded the city's legendary walls, thought impregnable for over 1,000 years. These walls, symbols of Byzantine strength and stability, fell within weeks, ending an empire and sending shockwaves throughout Europe. Gunpowder had effectively rewritten geopolitical maps, facilitating the rise of the Ottoman Empire, which would dominate Eastern Europe and influence global politics for centuries. But the explosive impact of gunpowder wasn't confined to warfare alone. Its discovery accelerated scientific inquiry and technological innovation. Metallurgy advanced rapidly as Europeans sought stronger cannon barrels and more reliable firearms. Chemistry evolved from alchemy as scientists studied gunpowder's explosive reactions, laying the groundwork for modern scientific disciplines. Moreover, gunpowder technology inadvertently propelled global exploration. European empires, emboldened by their gunpowder-enhanced military strength, ventured across oceans, driven by ambition, greed, and curiosity. Christopher Columbus's voyage in 1492, Vasco da Gama's navigation to India, and Ferdinand Magellan's circumnavigation of the globe were all underpinned by ships armed with cannons, offering both protection and offensive capabilities against unknown threats. Gunpowder thus played an essential role in establishing colonial empires, altering the world's demographics, economies, and cultures irreversibly. Yet gunpowder's revolutionary impact didn't stop there. It reshaped societies and governance itself. Feudal lords lost power as centralized monarchies equipped armies with firearms, diminishing reliance on noble knights. Kings and queens expanded their territories aggressively, their ambitions fueled by gunpowder armies that enabled unprecedented territorial control. The shift from feudalism to centralized nation-states owes much to the transformative power of gunpowder. The 18th and 19th centuries saw gunpowder weaponry evolve further, drastically changing warfare's scale and brutality. The American Revolution was profoundly influenced by firearms. Colonial militias, armed with muskets, faced off against British forces equipped with similar technology, leveling the battlefield and contributing to America's eventual independence. Similarly, Napoleon Bonaparte's conquests across Europe were defined by his innovative artillery strategies, showcasing the decisive power of advanced gunpowder weaponry. But as gunpowder technology advanced, so did its capacity for destruction. The American Civil War demonstrated this grim reality, featuring devastating battles where thousands fell under rifle fire and artillery barrages. The horrific casualties foreshadowed even greater tragedies. World War I epitomized this dark potential. Machine guns and artillery shells, descendants of gunpowder technology, caused unimaginable carnage in trench warfare. The deadly efficiency of these weapons forever changed human perceptions of warfare, prompting ethical debates and anti-war movements that resonate to this day. Gunpowder's legacy is complex, entwined with both progress and devastation. Its influence permeates every aspect of modern civilization, from nation-states' borders to technological advancements that continue to shape society. Today, while newer explosives and technologies have surpassed traditional gunpowder, its historical impact remains undeniable. Every geopolitical boundary drawn, every empire risen and fallen, and every technological breakthrough influenced by its explosive force stands as testimony to gunpowder's profound role in shaping our world. As we reflect on this remarkable journey, one question remains: what future technologies, discoveries, or inventions might similarly rewrite the course of history? Just as gunpowder once did, could the digital revolution or artificial intelligence usher in an era that historians centuries from now will discuss with the same reverence and astonishment? Perhaps, but no matter what the future holds, gunpowder's transformative explosion across history offers a timeless reminder that even the simplest discoveries can reshape the world in ways we never imagined. Imagine standing on the blood-soaked fields of Gettysburg during the American Civil War, the relentless crackle of rifle fire echoing around you. The sky is obscured by smoke, acrid with the smell of burnt powder. Soldiers fall by the hundreds under relentless volleys, their fates sealed by advancements in gunpowder technology that made war more deadly than ever before. It was this conflict that vividly demonstrated the catastrophic power humanity now wielded, a grim milestone in the evolution of warfare. Rifles, accurate and lethal at unprecedented distances, replaced muskets, making traditional battle formations obsolete and escalating casualties dramatically. Artillery, refined and devastatingly precise, decimated entire regiments in mere moments. Warfare had transformed from confrontations decided by bravery and strategy alone into battles dominated by industrialized killing machines, ushering in a brutal era that challenged the very limits of human resilience and morality. This dark transformation culminated tragically in the trenches of World War I, where gunpowder-based artillery and firearms delivered death at industrial scales. Battles such as the Somme and Verdun became infamous, not just for their strategic significance, but for the horrifying losses suffered on both sides. Soldiers lived in constant dread of artillery bombardments. Shell shock became common, reflecting a terrifying new psychological cost of warfare. Gunpowder had turned combat into a sustained nightmare, highlighting a cruel paradox. While technology had advanced exponentially, humanity's capacity to cope psychologically and morally had lagged painfully behind. The brutal efficiency of machine guns, which could mow down entire platoons in seconds, and artillery shells that tore apart landscapes, forever changed our understanding of war, giving rise to modern concepts of trauma, military ethics, and international humanitarian law. But even amid the shadows cast by its destructive uses, gunpowder also contributed to positive societal shifts, paradoxically promoting peace through deterrence. The destructive capability of firearms fostered caution among states, prompting diplomatic engagements to prevent conflict escalation into unmanageable carnage. This dynamic became most evident during the delicate power balance maintained by European nations in the 19th and early 20th centuries, ultimately culminating in modern diplomatic frameworks designed to manage tensions before they erupted into wars. Gunpowder had paradoxically encouraged diplomacy and international cooperation, even as it remained an instrument of devastating warfare. Outside the sphere of battle, gunpowder revolutionized civilian life in surprising ways. Innovations originally developed to support warfare gradually filtered into everyday applications, transforming entire industries. The demand for more efficient and precise gunpowder production spurred rapid industrialization, reshaping economies and labor markets worldwide. Mining techniques improved dramatically, as explosives were employed to excavate minerals faster and deeper than ever before, fueling industrial growth and urban expansion. Railroads and canals, essential infrastructures of the Industrial Revolution, were carved through mountains and rock formations using gunpowder explosives, shrinking distances between cities and enabling unprecedented mobility and economic interconnectivity. Moreover, gunpowder inadvertently influenced cultural transformations, profoundly affecting social practices and entertainment. Fireworks, evolving from gunpowder's ancient celebratory origins in China, became globally synonymous with festivals and national celebrations, uniting diverse cultures through shared experiences of awe and joy. This spectacular entertainment reminded humanity of gunpowder's duality, a substance capable of both deadly destruction and breathtaking beauty. Its vibrant colors lighting the night sky came to symbolize hope, celebration, and unity, creating moments of peace even amidst societies scarred by gunpowder's violent legacy. Yet, as history marched forward, humanity's relentless quest for innovation slowly outpaced traditional gunpowder itself. By the mid-20th century, more advanced explosives such as dynamite, TNT, and eventually nuclear weaponry eclipsed gunpowder in destructive capability. These newer technologies, however, owed their existence to the foundation laid by centuries of experimentation with gunpowder. The atomic bombs dropped on Hiroshima and Nagasaki during World War II, marking one of history's darkest chapters, represented the terrifying apex of humanity's explosive innovations. Although nuclear technology signaled a profound shift away from gunpowder, the latter's legacy endured, having irrevocably shaped human civilization's trajectory toward this fearful apex. Today, gunpowder's direct military use may be diminished, but its echoes resonate throughout contemporary society. Modern firearms and ammunition continue to rely on gunpowder derivatives, and recreational shooting sports, hunting, and ceremonial salutes preserve gunpowder's historical and cultural significance. Moreover, commemorative reenactments and museums dedicated to military history continually educate generations about gunpowder's transformative impact, emphasizing the importance of understanding past conflicts to avoid repeating historical tragedies. Even in contemporary geopolitics, gunpowder's enduring legacy is evident. Borders forged by gunpowder-driven conflicts centuries ago still shape international relations, influencing diplomacy, trade, and global security dynamics. The Middle East, shaped profoundly by Ottoman expansions and European colonial exploits fueled by gunpowder weaponry, remains a hotspot of geopolitical tensions directly traceable to conflicts centuries past. Likewise, boundaries and alliances established in Europe through gunpowder-influenced warfare continue to underpin modern political realities, illustrating gunpowder's lasting geopolitical imprint. Looking ahead, gunpowder's historical trajectory offers crucial lessons for humanity's future. The powerful example it set, how a simple discovery profoundly altered civilization, raises compelling questions about our current technological advancements. The digital revolution, biotechnology, and artificial intelligence each carry the potential to revolutionize society as dramatically as gunpowder once did. Will we harness these innovations responsibly, mindful of gunpowder's cautionary tale? Or will they spiral out of control, prompting future generations to reflect on our era with the same mixture of awe and regret? Ultimately, gunpowder's impact transcends mere historical curiosity. It serves as an enduring reminder of humanity's capacity for both creativity and destruction, compelling us to thoughtfully consider how we leverage technology in shaping our collective future. Its story underscores an essential truth. Even the smallest discoveries possess the power to rewrite history, reshaping the world in ways both magnificent and terrifying. Gunpowder's legacy challenges us to remain vigilant, constantly reflecting on our choices and their profound implications, because, as history clearly demonstrates, the future is always shaped by our past.